Hello everyone and welcome to today's Sketchmas video. We are so close to the end of Sketchmas, it makes me sad. But for today's prompt, we are going to be working on Festive Pudding. Now for Patreon this month, I have been working on this cute little critter that I actually drew last year for a video called Pudding, the Festive Bunny. And I thought it'd be really fun to make clay pins of this little character. It's basically a Christmas pudding bunny with sort of icing on top that looks like snow and holly ears. This is sort of like my representation of the winter holidays. Pudding likes to bring in a lot of feasts and sort of help with decorating the home. They're overall a really fun, cute critter. I actually really love them an awful lot. And since I have been on a bit of a clay pin hype at the moment, I thought it'd be really fun to make pudding into a cute pin. Now this is actually available to Patreons this month. Both the botanist and the plant witch tiers are going to have these as a part of their pack this month, so I'm super excited for them to be able to get that. And of course the print for this month is also pudding themed as well, as chosen by Patreons. I know I've mentioned Patreon quite a bit over the Sketchmas videos. I do a lot of content that's exclusive to Patreon, so if you are interested in checking it out, please do. There is a link down below. Just from as little as $2 a month, I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I also do zines that are exclusive to Patreon. It's just the sort of thing that I really enjoy doing, and I'm really grateful for all the love and support that I do get on Patreon. It means an awful lot that people support me and my work, but I digress. So for this, I'm actually using Sculpey Free. It's one of my favorite sculpting clays I've used so far. It's soft. The best way I can describe it is the texture is soft and I'm able to play around with it a lot easier. It's quite nice on my hands. I struggle sometimes with my hands just due to fibro. I sometimes have issues with moving my hands, and this was soft enough that even if I was having issues, that I'd be absolutely fine with it. I've still a lot to learn about clay, and I used to do a lot of 3D art, so playing around with clay has been the best thing ever, and I've been slowly improving over the time. I had a lot of fun creating little fun guys last month, and really thought for this prompt it'd be fun to create clay pins. Now I was thinking originally for this prompt we were going to do some sticker designs, but since we'd already done some stickers for Sketchmas and I've been trying to keep these videos slightly different from each other, I thought it'd be really fun to create pins. So here I am using the Sculpey Free clay, and originally I was going to try lots of different colours, maybe layering the green and layering the white, but it wasn't working for me. I've still got a lot to learn, as I've said. I was trying to keep the pins quite thick as well. I found that if I had my pins too thin, they snap easily, so I've been trying to keep them to about 1/2 centimetre to a thickness, so that they have a lot of sturdiness behind them. And the one thing that I found actually very difficult was the ears actually did snap off one or two of these, which I was really upset about. But each one of these is unique. They've all got their own different faces. Ears are slightly all different, so I don't know, I enjoy making these. I've been inspired a lot to do a lot of different projects, and this was a lot of fun. So after baking these, my oven did not burn them, thank goodness. I found the right temperature for me, because my oven is very fickle at times. Sometimes it wants to burn my projects. Why? But I digress. I'm colouring these in with Posca pens, and the reason why I've chosen Posca pens instead of acrylic paints is because with acrylic pens I've got a lot more control. When I'm using acrylic paints, I feel like I've got no control at all, and this has been my happy medium for me to be able to use acrylics but also in a pen form, which is something that I'm used to. I know a lot of people sing the praises of Poscas, but I've also tried other acrylic pens and they're just as good. A thing I like about Poscas is their availability is everywhere, and they seem to last me a lot longer than other acrylic pens. Like some of these colours I've had for absolute ages, and they're still going well, whereas some of the acrylic pens that I bought in March have completely run out, and they were the non-branded ones, but the ink quality was just as high as Posca. So it totally depends on what you're going for. Poscas can be quite expensive. I mean, considering they are depending on where you go for them, they can range anything from about £2 to up to £6 a pen, and that can be, sometimes that's not budget friendly, But I was really happy with how these little babies came out. I had to wait for them to dry, so I sometimes get so impatient. I get so impatient when layering. You can see here I'm sort of trying to create this gradient effect with the leaf ears, holly ears, I don't know. But these are just like they're fun to create. Like, what can I say? Who doesn't want a happy little bunny on them, But if you have the prompt festive pudding, what would you do? Like, when you're thinking of festive pudding, what comes to mind? Now, sometimes I think of the Yule log would have been really fun. Maybe we could have created some Yule logs and made them into. Actually, a Yule log animal would be super, super cute. It's already got the elongated shape. Maybe we could turn it to a sausage dog. Ooh, that's an idea. A Yule dog. Yes, that's where my brain goes. Absolutely. So after finishing each of these pieces and tweaking certain areas, I didn't want to overdo it because I really wanted a bold colour. After doing that, I'm just sealing the paint on top, and I'm just using Mod Podge at the just a glossy Mod Podge to be able to sort of make it all shiny. And to put the pin backs on, I'm actually using Gorilla Glue this time instead of E6000, because last time I tried E6000 on as pin backs, it didn't work. Whereas in the past, when I've made clay pins, I've used Gorilla Glue and it's worked absolutely well. And I'm going to say these held a lot better than my previous batch, which unfortunately I've had to redo all the glue on those because the 6000 just didn't hold up at all. And I've also found that with pin backs, it's better to go for the wider pin back than the thinner pin back. I found that because it's got more surface area, it's less likely to break, but that's just my experiences with it. So if you are making clay pins, it's best to try out different glues and different pin backs to see which is going to work for you, because it's best off to try these things, because if you do want to sell these sort of pins, it can be quite difficult. And the thing is with clay pins is every single one of them is different, so you're going to get a little unique little project, and here they are. So this is the batch of the pins that I've made for my Patreons this month. Botanist and Plant Witch Tears, expect these as a part of your December Patreon pack for this month. I'm really happy with them. I made these little backing cards as well, which is also to do with the sticker for this month, but I digress. I've had an awful lot of fun. Patreons are going to be so spoiled this month. They've got so much stuff. But I hope you tune in tomorrow for the final prompt, which is Holiday Crown. I've had so much fun doing this, guys, and I can't thank you all enough. Have a wonderful day, love what you do, and stay creative.